So it's not like fucking old geezers. What up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Road to Worlds. I believe this is episode 19 now, which means the meet, aka Masters Nationals, is next weekend. Isn't that freaking crazy? It felt like when we started this series, there was a ton of distance, which there was, because we had like a good 6 months pretty much to prepare, but all of a sudden it's like, boom. And the part that sucks is I'm still in my recovery phase. Like literally every single workout session, I go into it dragging my feet, because it's always with the feeling of like, okay, getting out of bed was a little bit hard this morning. How much harder is squatting or deadlifting gonna be? And yes, I've been making progress. Shout outs to Phil. Advanced Home Therapy has been helping me out a lot. Shout outs to John Song. Shout outs to my coach Kyle. Like I literally have a whole team. Even shout outs to Coach Fam. Fam is doing my diet, and even him, like he'll give me extra calories on squat days, a little bit more carbs before squat days, so my belly feels fuller, so I can brace harder. Like I have a whole team supporting me and trying to optimize and try to get me as recovered as quickly as possible. But when you're just not hitting the numbers that you've been hitting in the same block, in the same prep, it's easy to get down on yourself, you know? So every single session, I try to go into it like, throw all that bullshit, bad vibes away, get the best out of this session, and pray that every single other person in my weight class is also broken, so I could still win first place somehow and hopefully get an invitation to Worlds. Just kidding. I actually don't know how that works. I don't know if it's like, if you just place first, you get an invitation, or they want to make sure that whatever total you have is a competitive total at the international stage. You know, I don't know, but I don't want to look too far ahead. I just want to do what is the right thing to do in the present, give my 100% every single time. So no matter what the turnout is, when I look back, I go, I did everything right and I have zero regrets. So today we got squats, bench, some accessories. Let's get it. So before every lower body session, so for both squats and deads, after I warm up, I have another like 15 minutes worth of warm up. Because my SI joint, which is the part of my back that I sprained, is so fresh and new. All the internal like core muscles, both the ones that you can see and the ones underneath, are extremely like fragile and sensitive too. Like I almost equate it to like Bambi, like when the deer was first born and it's learning how to walk. It feels like that. Like when I get in the hole, it'll feel like none of my stabilizer muscles are there. So we're trying to activate all of them, get internal rotation, external rotation, so my body knows how to behave under load. And it's crazy because like the weight is still there. Like I can finally unrack the weight without too much pain. But the minute I go down, my body's like, I've never done this before, which is insane. And that's the part that kind of like makes me get down on myself, you know, because you make so much progress. It's almost like you've written with your right hand your whole life. Something happens and now you start writing with the right hand and it feels like even worse than your left. That's how it kind of feels. What's cool is that bar, Felt better than 2 days ago. And that's all I can ask for. Progress is progress. Like, that was the first time where the bar actually felt like the bar, or else usually I unrack and the unrack won't be painful, but I'm in the hole and I feel like a little strain. I gotta baby that, gotta baby that. I can't go too fast. This one is probably like 80, 85% to how the bar normally feels. I can still feel I can't explode as hard as I can, but the fact that I can go down without hesitation, that's progress. So that's what I try to reach for every day. Just little baby wins. Try not to think how strong I used to be. Try not to focus on how close national it is. And I just try to get a good session every single day, and that's it. Because of that, I'm actually gonna make a little adjustment. I usually go bar 135, but because I think this was such a good feeling, I'm gonna take a baby jump to the 25, because I'll notice right now that bar to 135 does take a little leap of faith, and I don't wanna have to go, and then like tense up, lose my form, and then get back to that straining feel again. So I'm gonna like ease into it. I think that was a good call, because I don't feel like I have that leap of faith where I'm like, oh fuck, am I gonna hit depth? Because it's not that much heavier than the last one. Because what I noticed in my last couple of sessions, I'll hit the bar, hit depth, cool, looks good. Immediately the plate goes on, don't hit depth anymore. Because all the new muscles, they freak out when it's too much load. So it like gets guarded, as what my physical therapist is saying. So we wanna make sure the muscles feel relaxed. It's okay to move through this. We're a new muscle, trust the movement. So that was a good call. 135 next. For sure I hit depth. Very, very happy, because for like 3 weeks, this guy was my arch nemesis. And the cool thing is, I was talking to one of my coaches, John Song. He's a powerlifter and he's a DPT, so if you ever need him, hit him up on Instagram. But he was actually telling me, just don't worry about depth right now. It'll be there once your muscles start relaxing and opening up. But then as a powerlifter, it fucks with your psychology, you know? You're like, fuck, none of them are hitting depth, none of them are hitting a depth. But he was just saying, when you have a new guarded muscle, it's not gonna let you hit depth until everything is back in place and it starts opening up. So he wanted me to focus on pain-free load. But the fact that we can hit depth, because I don't wanna bomb out next week, that this is progress, huge, huge, huge. So I'm just gonna continue with all the baby jumps, because it's doing me good so far. And I wanna not destroy it. So yeah, all of these weights I've never taken before, like 185, but I think it's important. I think I hit depth, but I have to check, because at this point, everything's freaking new territory. Yes! By the way, the new black letter collection too looks pretty sick too. Check out these hoodies. So this is drop shoulder. It's mid-weight, so it's perfect for that warm weather. And this is puff print, so it comes out. It's texturized. Sick. There's no drawstring, and it's like a one-piece hood, kind of like Assassin's Creed. And then we got shorts. I know a lot of you guys have been asking for mesh shorts, so we're dropping a matching mesh short set. I'm wearing a sick tee underneath too, which I'll show you later, but we just dropped this literally on Wednesday. So don't miss out, because there's probably still a few pieces left. I would go and check it out right now, barbellbrigade.com. I'm gonna keep up with this momentum, and I'm gonna go to 275, not 315. Did I hit depth? Yes, thank fucking God. 275 is definitely the uh-oh zone, because when I unrack, it feels a little bit tender, and then I have to like stabilize, because I'll literally feel like my ligaments are holding on by a thread. So I'm glad I hit depth, because that was the first time in a couple weeks I was able to hit 275 at depth. Next up is 315. And we'll see if I could hit 335 for 5. We got 5 reps. If I can get 335 for 5, that'd be awesome, but we'll see. I have no idea if I hit depth. Once it gets to a certain load, my fucking whole body forgets everything, because it's so brand new. I don't know, dude. That was like,
oh yeah,
yeah, like that last bit, I was here, and it just looks like my knees went forward, but I don't know if I went lower. Damn. Well, I have to hit my top set of 5. So my goal was 335. I'll put 325 on, and hopefully I can hit this for 5. All good form. And that'll be a big win for today, because I have not yet been able to hit depth, and I want to be able to hit depth. What also kind of sucks too is I'm starting to feel this thing in my groin, because I'm like, all the other muscles are babying the injured muscle. So I could start feeling like little pulls in other muscles that I don't use as much, which fucking sucks. Like if you ever had like a hip injury, you start walking like this so much that once this heals, now this is fucked up. It's like that. I feel like my whole body's breaking down. All right, guys, it's my top set. Got 5 reps. Feels crazy. Feels like I'm like going for like 495 or something. But it's 325. Sorry, guys. I think that was a huge win right there. My pain tolerance did shoot up a little bit. My coaches want me to keep it like under 3 out of 10. It did go up to a 4, but it stayed 4 every single time. They say as soon as it hits 5, we'll start sliding up on racket. To be able to hit that, I think I hit depth. I'll double check. But this is a huge fucking PR in the last 4 weeks. So thank fucking God. Thank you, Sammy Johnson. Depth, nice. Depth, Good. Good job, dude. I feel like I'm talking to a baby. Good job, Barquan. You can do it. All right, good job, you cute little dude. Hey, must be the new black letter drip, you know what I'm saying? Oh, huge win, dude. Yes. Now maybe I'll be able to squat 325 at nationals. Okay, what do I got next? 295 for a set of 5. Done. Done, we got this. I'm gonna send that shit to my coaches right now. They're gonna be so fucking happy. It's so funny because like, I think my coaches know how down I am on myself because they've all been there, right? Everyone's been injured. There's people that like, once you're trying to squeeze out the last like 5-10% out of your genetic potential, you're bound to get hurt because you're pushing really hard. So like, they talk to me like I'm a baby. I'll be like, guess what? I was able to squat 225. They're like, oh, good job. So proud of you. You're on the up and up. And I'm like, thanks, guys. But it does, honestly, it helps out because they've been there, you know? Like my coaches squat over 600. One of them almost benches 500. So they're like, dude, like, we've been injured, but we haven't hit a PR in 2 years before. I'm like, I would have quit then, buddy. No, I'm just kidding. So I'm really happy. I think they're gonna be happy with this one too, because we've been trying to get me to rep 3+ for a couple weeks now, pain-free with depth, and we just couldn't. And we bumped up my squat sessions from 2 times a week to 3 times a week to lower the volume of each session, spread it out throughout the week so I can have more frequency and hopefully my body like gets back on the train. But we've been strategizing, man, moving shit around, sessions around, and it just, nothing was working. But today, finally, it all clicked. So that's freaking incredible. All right, time to give it 295. Let's go. Ah! Feels like 405, but we got it done. Jesus fucking Christ. Now we got 2 more back off sets. I'm actually happy to do them because this is the first time I'm actually able to complete sessions. Each time I either had to cut volume or cut the prescribed weight, but I'm actually able to complete a prescribed session this time. So this is very, very good. So I gotta take 8% off of this. See what that looks like. 295, 270. All right. I felt depth on all of those. Felt good. Feels a little bit tender, but we're getting there, man. One more set. We are getting there. Last set. If I hit this, this is a giant, giant win. Big step forward. So I've actually completed an entire prescribed session at the prescribed volume and prescribed load. Woo! Damn, it's been a long road, dude. Been 5 weeks trying to fucking hit that shit. Okay.
You did it, bro.
We did it. Now I got bench. Me and Gio were talking last night. We're like, fuck, man. Powerlifting is like the toxic girlfriend that fucking hates me. Cause just last year I did a bodybuilding show, right? And it was generally like smooth sailing. Of course, every journey has its ups and downs, but I went on family vacations. I still stuck to my diet. I got on stage. I won 2 first place trophies. And it's like, bodybuilding is almost like the wholesome, religious, traditional values girlfriend that's so good to me. And I'm like, fuck you, get out of my life. Where's that toxic bitch at? Because powerlifting is a sport that I actually really, really care about and I love, but beats me the fuck up. And even like when I was talking to some of the judges at the bodybuilding show, they're like, hey, in the Masters, if you come back one more time, you might be able to get your pro card. So I can actually succeed pretty good in bodybuilding, but that ain't the bitch I care about, man. I care about powerlifting, but the bitch don't care about me. The fuck, man. One day I'll get this bitch. As you can see, I got tempos today. It's 3 seconds down, 2 second pause, blast up. Hey, what the Cooper? Mia. So as soon as I'm done squatting, my lower back, how it feels is still very tender. So even when I'm walking around with the weights racking, there'll be like just little angles in my back. I'm like, ooh, ooh, ooh. But the cool thing is it's not debilitating. The last couple of weeks has been like, if I had a heavy squat session, as soon as I'm done, I'm like, oh fuck, Jesus fucking Christ. Some days it's so bad it even affects my bench session where like I have to text my coaches, yo, I have to bench with my feet up, I'm gonna drop the weight. There's some times where I can't even do dumbbell press because like that rock back motion would be insane. And I have to, like, my lower body will change all kinds of shit from my upper body. Like I haven't even been able to do barbell curls for a couple of weeks because this swinging motion fucks me up. So I have to like hold on to something. So yeah, it's like something that kind of like almost plagues you every day, every training session. And then just throughout the day, if I grab my backpack wrong, Taika jumps on me wrong, like it's just, just dealing with pain like every minute of the day. But today has been the best it's felt so far. Even after that, definitely still feels tender, but I'm still moving around. I don't have to put my feet up. This will be a real test because it's like a pretty heavy tempo set. And we'll see if if my body's actually coming together for the meet next week. That was good. I really try to take my time on the way down, hold it, come back up, and my back didn't feel tweaked at all. So that's a huge fucking win. So happy about that. Sending that to the coaches too. Good sets. Good sets. Done with bench. Now it's time for accessories. Woo. I would like to interrupt this workout with a commercial break. This is the Skull Block tee. First time dropping a barbell shirt in this color. It's called charcoal. I really like it. Because we try to keep it gangster with black and white all the time, but it is summertime. So we wanted to come out with a slightly more summery, like tropical vibe. But how do we do that while keeping it gangster? So got charcoal, Skull Block tee, and it's called Block. It's a double entendre because it's like represent your block with the whole black letter Old English. So Skull Block, represent your block. Check this out. We just dropped it Wednesday. Go to barbellbrigade.com. Next up, I think I got dips. Nope. Next, I have ipsilateral load front foot elevated split squats. Say that 10 times fast. Ipsilateral load front foot elevated split squats. So this isn't actually like a true accessory. Like I'm not trying to get hypertrophy out of it. This is one of my rehab protocols to help teach my leg to be stable with internal rotation. So ipsilateral means same side. So when you're doing a Bulgarian split squat, you could do two hands, right? Or you could do one on the inside, one on the outside. You could even do it with the barbell. We're specifically doing one on the outside because it's gonna pull me this way. So it's gonna cause the inside to internally stabilize so that I can keep training that. Because right now, that's the problem with a weak lower back. Everything's all out of whack. It doesn't know what to do. So we're trying to train every single muscle group to be stable and like not just give out. So the internal rotation, having the weight over here trains the internal rotation to keep my leg in place as I go up and down. And this is actually honestly one of my favorite exercises. It just feels so good. When I get in the bottom position, I just feel my whole lower back, the SI joint area and the glutes, like just open up for some reason. So this is the front foot elevated. Originally I was doing it off of like a 2-3 inch block. Coach says I don't need that much. So I just do it like off of 1 inch, keeping the heel elevated. So I do have a little bit of quad emphasis, and ipsilateral, keeping the weight on this side. And this feels so good. I don't know the science, but releases a ton of tension in the back. It's that science shit. You need like a fucking graduate degree to know that shit, but feels hella good. Done. Now I got dips and then done. Since I can't put that much effort into my lower body lifts these days, I've been putting extra effort into my nutrition, my steps, and also my cardio, so that when it comes time for meet day, which is next week, I don't have to worry about my weight so much. So I've been getting way leaner. It almost feels like I'm getting ready for like a bodybuilding show again, which is pretty cool, because at least in that aspect, I have like momentum going upwards, you know? I think that's the thing with fitness, where there's so many things you can work on: your cardio, your strength, your hypertrophy, your mobility, your athletic ability. And yeah, sometimes one of them might not be going in your favor and you get down on yourself. But if there's other parts that you can focus on, or you still look good, or you're maintaining the weight that you want, then you can still focus on the light at the end of the tunnel. So for me, that was keeping my weight down, staying lean. So then that way, at least week of, I'm not worried about me hitting weights and making weight. Like, I've been walking around at 184 for the last 3 or 4 days now. And I have to compete at, I think, 182.9, AKA 183. So that's just one day of not eating. I don't have to do water load, I don't do none of that stuff, because my weight is already on point. So just trying to control what I can control, you know? Next up is dips. Done. Bam. Very, very successful workout. Not gonna lie, almost every workout I leave a little bit sad, down on myself, not being able to hit numbers. But this was the first workout where I was like, feel good, man. Have a little bit of hope that I'll do decent at the meet. Like, not anywhere close to the numbers that we had imagined, which is above 1400, close to 15. But if I can get to the meet healthy, that's just my number one. You know, I want to finish this series strong, and I don't want to let low T or my age or anything get in the way. I just want to finish it strong. I wanted to focus on something really, really hard for a year. And I believe this is it. The next video, I think, is going to be the meet video. So thank you guys for all the support. We'll see how we do at Nationals. See you guys in Austin. Peace.